Hi everybody. I'm trying to get good lighting. There we go. I am about to come to you and I am going to be making a strawberry cake. Now this cake comes from a recipe that my mom has had a long time, and what I'm doing is modifying it to put my strawberry puree in to make it a strawberry cake. So let me get my things together and I'll be back with you. Okay, so here we go. I'm modifying this recipe. It calls for 1 cup of shortening, but what I'm using is a mixture of shortening and butter. So that's going to be like a 1/2 cup of shortening, and to that I'm going to add butter because I want it to have a buttery taste. And as I said, this recipe has been around a long time. As a matter of fact, when I first learned how to bake, this was the first recipe that my mom taught me how to make. So let's add in our wet ingredients. Okay. Let's put our sugar in. That's 2 cups of sugar and eggs. Okay. Okay. Let's give it a mix. To this, I'm going to add, it asks for 1 cup of milk, but because I'm putting strawberry puree in it, let's see, it all depends on how thick the puree is. So let's see how thick it is. Not too thick. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start by adding, since it calls for a cup of milk, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of milk. Okay, so to this mixture I'm going to add only 1/2 of my flour. Because I don't want it to be too okay, so let's get ready to mix. So to this mixture, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of strawberry puree. Which, that's about right. Let's put in some strawberry puree. Okay, so I've added the strawberry puree. Okay, so what I'm going to put in to enhance the redness of the cake is just a couple of drops of food coloring. You really don't have to because the strawberries turned it pretty red. And I'm going to add some imitation strawberry flavoring to give it good taste. So what I'm going to do is add the rest of my flour. And let's give it a stir around. Looks like a pretty big cake. Okay, one thing when you're making cakes from scratch, you don't want to overbeat them. And then I'm going to add just a couple of drops of the puree again. And maybe a tad bit more of strawberry flavoring, which is probably about a tablespoon. Usually you put about a teaspoon of vanilla, but since I'm making strawberry, okay, so it's ready to go into the pan. What I'm going to do is get this mess cleaned up, and then I'll be back so we can put it in the pan. Okay, so I have my pans sprayed with cooking spray, and I'm going to put, it's a 2-layer cake, so I'm going to put half in this pan, and I'm going to put the other half in this pan. I'm just going to shake these and drop them to get them to set. Okay, and then I'm going to put these in the oven and bake them at 350. Okay, so I just took the cakes out of the oven, and there they are. I'm going to let them cool down, and then the next thing I'm going to do is make the strawberry frosting for it. They're looking pretty good. Okay, so what I'm getting ready to make now is my buttercream frosting. So I'm going to use a stick, well, let's do 2 sticks of butter. I'm going to frost the whole cake. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to take the mixer and I'm going to mix my butter up until it's real. Okay. And to that fluffy butter, I'm going to add my powdered sugar, which is, I'm going to add about 4 cups. I know this seems like a lot, but alright. And to that, I'm going to add, instead of adding milk, I'm going to add my strawberry puree, because it's a strawberry cake, in place of the milk. I'm just going to mix around. And I want it to I don't want to have powdered sugar face. frosting, you can always tell. Now, some people use shortening. You can always tell when it's all butter because it's a totally different taste. Okay, so okay, so to enhance the strawberry flavor, I'm going to add a little bit of strawberry extract. Okay, and my buttercream frosting is ready. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and frost in the cake, and I'll be back with you when it's finished. Okay, so there it is, my finished strawberry cake with strawberry swirls on top. So if you do this recipe, I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Okay, so let's try strawberry cake. I'm excited about this one. Nice and moist. And the reason why I was worried more about this cake was because I took the recipe and changed it around. Delicious. And I like the idea that you can taste the strawberry. Oh my God, it's just delicious. So, thank you for joining Exploring Food with Smitty, and like, share, and subscribe. More great recipes coming. Don't miss them.